I'm going to share some sort of humble tremolo picking ideas and concepts that obviously you can take and twist and apply as you want. It's basically a nice technique that gives you a lot of speed very easily. For example, you can do a triplet format. And what's quite cool is if you take these ideas and put them into a sort of a slow solo, something like this, for example, you can get some pretty cool bursts, some nice dynamics, in other words, a nice way to get good speed. For example, let's do Clapton's Nobody Knows You. So yes, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of naysayers saying it doesn't fit the context, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to share that how we can take a very easy concept like tremolo picking and see what we can do with it, how we can apply it. And it's all about just learning new ideas. So we're not trying to capture necessarily a nobody knows you when you're down and out vibe. We're just having some fun playing the guitar. Now, first of all, the tremolo picking all lies inside your picking hands. I'm going to focus a bit closer on that. And you can see I'm using quite a hard pick. It's one of the stubbies. Anything that's hard, not a flexible pick, is a good idea. And you start with tremolo picking. You can see my hands getting a caffeine withdrawal sort of movement over there. So I'm tensing up my hand quite a bit to help me with the speed. Now I'm sure there's different ways to do it. This is personally my way of doing it. And I'm going to start at fret number 17 on the second string. That's your basic tremolo pick. Now, there's lots of different ways to do it. You can go, and it's a nice way to get a really fast passage or really fast phrase without worrying too much about your note choice, although note choice is critical too. So we're not trying to go for all those Lydian augmented sort of strange phrases. We're looking just how to go about a really fun shredding method. Now, first of all, some different techniques. I'm going to focus on left and right hand now and see how we can apply different ideas to the tremolo picking. Our first exercise, for example, to get going over here, we're playing in the key of C, so there's no sharps and flats, and I'm starting on the 5th fret. That's the 5th fret I'm playing there on the B string. The note is actually an E note, and I'm going to be using basically 2 fingers for this. So first of all, let's focus what is my fretting hand doing. Fingers 1, 2, slide up to fret number 8, then 6, 8, 10, then 8, 10, 12. So you're going up in groups of 3, and each triplet, 1, 2, 3, each triplet starts on the 2nd note of the previous, on the preceding triplet. 2nd note there, and then so on. Now, if you take it slow motion without tremolo picking, you've got something like this. And I'm taking it up until C. Obviously, you can take it further. And if you've got a 24 fret guitar, obviously. Okay, we got the idea there. And we're then going to pick the tremolo and we're going to go. And a friend of mine said, do I do 2 notes per note or 2 picks per note? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Or do we do 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I've never sort of really counted it. I've never sort of thought about it. It's like if you're riding your car, you don't sort of think at what revs exactly do I change from 2nd to 3rd gear from going up a hill of 3 degrees. You just go with whatever you feel. And that's the trick with music. You want to sort of feel where you believe the music piece is taking you at that time. So let's do a double just for starters. Excuse the one note, but you got the exercise. All 3s. Now, with the triplets over there, I find it's a little bit difficult to get the tremolo pick at slow speeds. You need to feel the rhythm. And it sort of plays itself. So your trick over here, or my advice to you first of all, is just get the note. Get that going, and then let your fretting hand look after the rhythmic placement of the notes, if that sort of makes sense. In other words, am I thinking triplets or two notes or groups of four, whatever you feel suitable for the song. Now, one more time through slow motion. And then I was doing probably about 4 or 5 notes, or 4 or 5 picks per note. I didn't actually even count. And I'm using the same speed tremolo, just going this sound faster. So you can play with the speed. You can do reverse. And then from there you can go into more of a diatonic application. So you got, and it's a nice way to sort of combine your speed picking with hammer-ons and pull-offs to get a more sort of dynamic control of different improv ideas. Like I said, nothing is actually set in stone of you. I haven't prepared something for this video. I'm just basically sharing with you as I'm going along whatever comes to mind. Now, that's the art with improvising. So I'm not trying to create a musical statement, although I would like it to be musical. That is important. But we're just basically enjoying the moment, and that's what we're looking for over here. Now, another nice one to do is to get triplets. So say, for example, you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, what I'm doing there is on the B string, 8, 6, 5, 8, 6, 5. And I'm doing a double triplet there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I move up diatonically in the key of C. In other words, I'm only using the notes found in the key of C. And now I'm going to go 10, 8, 6, 10, 8, 6. Now the note names are actually G, F, E, G, F, E, A, G, F, A, G, F. And then I'm going to go B, G, A, B, G, F. Sorry, B, G, F. I made the wrong note there. But you got that. And the next one would be, for example, 12, 10, 8. Now, if I double it, that sounds pretty cool. It's a nice little quick phrase to put into your soloing. Obviously, you want to sort of feel that the right style, so you wouldn't necessarily do this to a very slow ballad, but you probably do it for a nice shredding song. So when you want your shredding, and you can do reverse as well. Like you don't have to go backwards, descending, in other words, rather descending. And even though I'm descending, the overall movement is going up. So I'm sort of descending while ascending. You got the picture? So each phrase descends, but each new phrase actually ascends. So I'm going backwards or going forwards. Sounds political, doesn't it? Okay. And then, of course, you can reverse this concept. You can go, and with your tremolo, and you can play with the timing like that. So there's nothing written in stone. The whole thing basically is one string works really well for tremolo picking. It always does. Gary Moore just does a lot of sort of, I've heard him do that in 1 or 2 solos, and that's just chromatic, and it sounds really nice in the middle of a solo. So whatever you decide to do with your tremolo picking is really your own sort of interpretation. But ideas, you can go triplets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can do with a slide, 1, 2, 3, 1. You can go backwards or going forwards. Whatever pattern you decide to do with the tremolo picking is really your own prerogative. It's your own decision. And I'm going to finish up with just a sort of a loose jam with Nobody Knows You. And again, this is just me really having fun. I don't know what I'm going to play it. We're just going to sort of play. So yes, you may judge if it makes you happy. I'm not trying to sort of declare or point anything. I'm just saying have fun. I hope you like the technique. That's what I'm trying to share. So I hope this technique works for you. That's really, really important. So here we go. Start with some nice bends. Nice pentatonic. Diatonic. There's your diatonic phrase. Nice little pauses in between. Some tremolo. Nice double stop. Another double stop. Tremolo picking back. about with Gary Moore. So there's so much we can really do with tremolo picking. So whatever your application might want to be, whether you're playing Iron Maiden or Eric Clapton or Bonamassa or Metallica, it's all about how would you like to use the phrasing. So I'm not trying to sort of punt a specific phrase or a specific style. That's not where we're going with the whole thing. We're just trying to share techniques. So I'm hoping you find this useful. Any questions, drop me a WhatsApp. Be happy to help. But get to know all your notes, obviously. The key, everything over here was in the key of C. So I hope you enjoy this. Thank you. Take care. Cheers.